This call is being recorded.
Hello.
Hello, good evening.
Hi, how are you? This is Tanya Barnett, your real life coach. Welcome to the call.
Oh, thank you. This is Alice in California. I'm engaged.
Okay, nice. Yay, congratulations.
Thank you.
Awesome. I'm going to request that you use your phone for right now as the ladies come on, and I will open it up a little later for everyone to ask me questions or if people have suggestions towards the end of the call. But welcome and congratulations.
Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate you very much.
And I appreciate you being on this call because I know you can be doing a lot of things, but you're here with me. So thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, thank you. I'll be listening.
Okay, perfect. Okay. Hello, welcome to the call.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing fantastic. Who do we have on the call?
This is Crystal.
Hey, Crystal, welcome back.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, thank you. We have Alice on the line. I think her phone is muted right now, and she's newly engaged. So I'm going to ask you to mute your phone when, after you say hi to Alice, and we'll wait for a couple more ladies, and we'll get started.
Hi, Alice.
Oh, hello. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm great. Thank you.
And I usually give the ladies a 5-minute little waiting period because I know people are trying to get little people down and stuff like that. So
Super.
We'll start in a few minutes. And I'm going to do a Facebook Live because I've had several people say their phones, for whatever reason, can't call into these conference lines. It charges them. So I'm going to also do a Facebook Live, and there may be people asking questions on Facebook Live as well.
Great idea. Thanks.
Yeah. T-Mobile charges you to call into a conference line. So I thought that was really weird that people have to pay additional to their regular cell phone bill.
Well, we do what we have to do, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Facebook is cool. I'll keep that in mind for next time.
Yes. And you get to see me. That's the other thing. Okay. Thank you all for being here. I'm sorry I don't have any music, no background music to play for you. Let me see if I can pull something up off of Pandora. I'm going to get started in 3 minutes. Okay. Oh, perfect phone. Okay. It looks like somebody else hopped on earlier, but they never said hi. I think that happened on our last call, and that's okay. We don't mind if people are anonymous. All right. While I'm waiting, I'm going to go ahead and get this live going. There we go. All right. Okay, we are on Facebook Live, and we're going to get started with Real Life Conversations. I'm going to turn music down a little bit. All right. Thank you for joining. Those of you who have jumped onto Facebook Live. And I am Tanya Burnett, your real life coach. So thank you. Come on in, my Facebook Live people. Thank you so much for jumping in and checking us out. I am Tanya Burnett, your real life coach. My website is Real Life Movement. If you are not familiar with me, I thank you for jumping on this call as well as Facebook Live. If you're on Facebook Live, feel free to type in any questions that you may have in the box, and I will answer them to the best of my ability. My website, again, is Real Life Movement. I'm on social media at Real Life Coach, and I have a heart and a love for marriage and relationships, and that is what I do. I coach single, married, divorced women on how to have healthy relationships, and I also teach women how to take personal ownership for their choices in their relationship. I'm not saying that men are 100% innocent, but we as women need to take ownership for some of our contributions to some of the drama in our relationship. So that is what I do. My book is Being a Wife Just Got Real, Things I Wish I Knew Before I Said I Do. And I share my marriage story, and of course, my dog is barking because my husband is home, so I apologize for that. But again, this is live. This is it edited, so that's what happens. If you follow me on Periscope, you'll see my children, you'll see my husband, in some of my scopes and Facebook. So yeah, that is it. Also, I want to acknowledge those of you who have jumped on again and again. I appreciate you. I don't take it for granted that you find value in what I share, and I hope you are ready to take some notes, because today I'm going to share with you a challenge that my husband and I did, and I'm going to give you some tips on how you can complete this fantastic challenge, whether you're married, whether you're dating, even if you're single, you don't want to be married, you have kids, this is something that you can do. But really, I think this is a great challenge for couples to do together, and I hope that you can welcome. Thank you for jumping on the call with the Real Life Coach. I appreciate you so much. If you want to tell us who you are really quick, that'd be great.
Hi, Real Life Coach. This is Kristen Young, the marriage enthusiast.
Hi, Kristen Young of Living the Vow. Thank you for joining me. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
Awesome woman. I'm going to be on her at her conference later on. And Kristen, I would love for you to share your information at the end of the call about your conference. So don't let me forget. Everyone who knows me from Periscope or whatever, I always share information. I'm the queen of share. It does not take away from me sharing with my audience the wonderful women that are in my life and what they have going on. So, Kristen, I want to make sure we get your conference information out.
Absolutely, thank you.
On Facebook Live. You're welcome. Hi, Monet. Monet is joining us on Facebook Live. My husband is washing his hands. This is real life, so the things you hear is what's going on in the Barnett household. So, yes, without further ado, I am Tanya Barnett, your Real Life Coach, and I want to share with you all today on the Real Life Conversations, 30 Days of Service. So my husband and I I was approached about doing a 30-day of service challenge for couples. This was after watching a video from comedian Mike Coleman. He's a Christian comedian, and he talked about how he did a 30-day challenge with his wife. And so my husband and I it was imposed upon us to do it. I did a blog post about it. My blog post actually went live today, and I'm really excited to be able to share with you some of the results from this 30-day challenge, and I challenge you to start it. You can start anytime you want to. We started, I think, January 2nd. We started this challenge, and I tell you what, I thought it was going to be very easy, and it was not. There were some days where I forgot, so I was going to be totally honest, and there were some things I learned about myself along the way. So I definitely would encourage you to do it. So the 30-day service challenge is where you take the time to thoughtfully think out ways you're going to serve your spouse, your fiance, and these are things that you're doing for them that you wouldn't normally do. So for me, I'm like, yeah, this is going to be easy. And within, I would say, 2 days, I was at a loss of things that I was going to do. I'm just going to be honest. And so, but for my husband, it was very easy for him. He would offer to pick up somebody from after school practice, or, hey, babe, I'll handle this so you can do this for your business, or, something of that nature. And so for him, it seemed to me, from my perspective, that it was very easy for him to serve me. And here I am. I couldn't think of anything to serve him. And so I would really, one of my suggestions is, suggestion number one is to really think it through on the things that you want to do. Don't just jump out there like I did. I didn't think through anything, and so therefore it was very difficult for me to be consistent with this. And so it's cool to learn about yourself and to be transparent and to share that. I did also notice that learned more that I am a little selfish, just a little bit, just a little selfish. And so in those things, when my husband was doing stuff for me, on the back end, I kind of didn't want to do the same for him. And so that was the eye-opener for me to really see some of these things about myself, and that's something that I'm really hoping to work on this year. Of course, my dog is barking again, so I apologize. But my dog is ghetto. He has no decorum. He just does not care. The world is about him. So I apologize on the behalf of Dusty, because he has no class. He's like a school on Labor Day weekend, no class. So I'm going to share with you some of the things that we did on this 30-day challenge. And then towards the end, I'm going to open it up for you all to share some things of how you've maybe served your fiance, your intended, your husband, and what things worked, what things didn't. I know for me, some of the things I was doing, I wanted him to acknowledge. And again, that's from the selfish side, because this 30-day service challenge was really about you serving, them not realizing that you were serving, and not looking for the acknowledgement. And so that was really tough for me also. So one of the things that I did during this time frame is I would make sure that I was packing some of his lunches, some of the days where we both were going through a 30-day detox. And so as I was preparing my food, what I initially did was I was preparing my food for myself. And then when my husband got up to go to work in the morning, he didn't have anything. So that quickly turned into, oh, well, you're going to fix lunch for yourself, but not for me. And I very well could have done that. And so after I thought about it, I'm like, it doesn't take that much time to get another Ziploc container out and make his lunch also. And so what that did was that also helped him become successful in our 30-day detox that we were doing. So that's something to think about, packing his lunch. It does not make you any less of a woman. It doesn't, thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining the call. It doesn't make you any less of a woman. It really shows him how much you care about him. So that's something to really consider, packing his lunch. And when you pack his lunch, he eats healthy. So that's also prevented my husband, or deterred, I'll say, from going to the cafeteria and buying food at the cafeteria that was not healthy for him. That was more so, I won't say junk food, but me preparing salads and cutting up oranges, making sure there was fresh fruit. He would buy a pineapple, and I would cut it up and put it in a container. And so all he had to do was, as we were making our lunches, he had pineapple available and things of that nature. So, things like that you could do together, side by side, and it makes it easier for both of you to become successful, especially if you're like we were doing a 30-day detox. My husband wound up losing 20-something pounds, and I lost 13. So it really helped the both of us work together towards a common goal. So I'm really excited about that. The second thing that I would suggest doing is giving them the evening off. So there were some times where I had a lot going on with the Real Life Movement. Those of you who don't know, I have a nonprofit, Forever Free Books, and so we're getting into the upswing of planning some of our events for this upcoming spring and summer. And so what my husband would do is he would give me the night off. He would say, babe, you know what, focus on all your stuff, and I'll handle the kids. So he would take them to wherever they need to go, pick my daughter up from cheer practice, get her home, she would eat, and then he would take her to church for dance practice, and then bring her back home from dance practice. Sometimes he hung out and just stayed out there or what have you. And so giving them the evening off so that they can handle some of their business. It may just be your spouse may just want to veg out in the basement or in the man cave or go take a nap or whatever, and that's okay. For me, I really cherish that, and I really appreciate the fact that my husband did that for me a lot. The Real Life Movement would not be where it is today if my husband had not given or sowed a seed or served me in that manner. And I think, too, in the African American community, we really need to understand that service is really about giving unto that other person. And when you give to that person, then you reap the benefits from that. And so the benefits from that is that my Real Life Movement is able to move forward because I was freed up from having to do some of those things of running the kids around and all those other things. Something else that I had to do, this was really a stretch for me, is pick up some stuff for my husband from the cleaners. I hate going to the cleaners. I hate the way it smells. It's hot in there, it's steamy, and it's out of the way. I'm queen of convenience, so I will go, back way all day, every day, because I don't want to get on the main strip because of traffic. So I probably use more time going the back way, but I'm queen of convenience. And so definitely picking up his dry cleaning on some days where he just couldn't make it, that was a struggle for me. But at the end, he really appreciated it because he just could not get down to where the cleaners were. So something as simple as that, dropping off dry cleaning or picking up dry cleaning, those are simple things, and that was something that I really struggled with. And so now what I do is I would go and handle that and then do some other errands in that same area. So it wouldn't be like, I got to go all the way up, drive past my house, go to the cleaners to pick some clothes up for this man or drop some clothes off, but I would also incorporate other things that I had to do. And then he would be like, can you pick up my prescription? And I'm just like, Lord Jesus, now you're taking advantage. But it was okay because I knew sometimes my husband has an hour and a half drive to work and home from work. And so that extra 30 minutes of having to go to the cleaners, it just, I live 5 to 7 minutes from my house. So for me to have to go another 20, 30 minutes, whereas he's got an hour and a half drive each way, it really had to be a selfless act. So, again, I learned that I am selfish in that area. So I think the beautiful thing about this 30-day challenge is that you learn so many things about yourself. It's not even about them. I think the challenge teaches you about yourself. Another thing that we just witnessed this the other day is I fixed his plate. That's something I never would do, and I would tell you I'm not fixing no man's plate. But here recently, with us eating healthy together, I would fix my husband's plate. Number one, to make sure he had the right portion size of food on his plate. But then even in that, our daughter, who's 16, would watch some of these transactions between us, and she'd come to me later and be like, Mom, why you fix that plate? He's grown. And so it opened up conversations with my daughter about serving husbands and wives serving each other. So in this 30-day challenge, our children got to see us serving each other, and it opened up the dialogue. So here's another benefit from you serving yourself. Now your children see what's going on. And we're setting up good examples. I want my children to be good spouses. I have 2 daughters and a son. I want my son to know how to take care of a wife and give to her and love on her. And if there's days where she want to, sit on her behind and chill, I want my son to be able to do that and take care of any children, and not look at it like she's being lazy or what have you. So really, definitely. Oh, thank you, Tamika. There's people on Facebook Live typing in. Thanks, Tamika. I appreciate that. So definitely fixing the plate. I was one of those women, like, I ain't fixing no man's plate, but I'm doing that now. I've been delivered from that. And actually, I did it Saturday when we went to a relationship panel, and they had food during the break, and I fixed my husband's plate, and I was amazed at how many women saw me fix my husband's plate, and they commented among themselves about it. But, I just chuckled because I was that same chick 20 years ago saying I'm never going to fix a man's plate, and I was hearing that same dialogue from younger women. So I'm hoping that my example that I set would open up doors for these women to start thinking about something like that. And, I mean, it doesn't take anything from you. And, again, my husband really appreciated it that I fixed his plate. So that's just something to consider. Another thing is wash their clothes. With our crazy schedule the way it is right now, my husband has been washing my clothes and vice versa. Before, it was kind of like a struggle, but now it's like, okay, this is helping both of us out. So even something as simple as washing each other's clothes, folding them and putting them away, still working on the putting away part. I'm just being honest. I'm struggling with that. So I will wash his clothes. I'll even sort his clothes. But putting them away, I just need a little prayer in that area. So if there's any prayer warriors on this call on Facebook Live, just pray for me in that area. I'm just being transparent. I'm just like, okay, I done washed them. I done sorted them. I know you can put them away. So again, that's just a remnant of a piece of selfishness, and I'm just being brutally honest. I mean, that's just what it is. It doesn't hurt me we share the same drawer space, so why can't I just take his underwear or undershirts and put them in the drawer, and they're right beside mine. So, I thought that was very interesting. Another thing that I saw about myself. Definitely this 30-day challenge will challenge you to take an honest, hard look at yourself and see where you can change. Another thing that I did was I cleaned up his side of the room. My husband is kind of a messy Marvin, and I'm a neat freak. So if you go into our bedroom, you automatically know whose side of the room it is. My father was a Marine, and so you kept the house clean. My mom was a clean freak. So when you go in my closet, my shirts are all together, my pants are all together, my dresses are all together. I put T-shirts, and then I put polo-type shirts, I put button-down shirts. All my stuff is coordinated. That's just how my brain works. My husband, I would go in there, and stuff is everywhere. And my husband wears a lot of purple, so I would go in, and now what I'm doing is I go and sort his closet. And so something like that, now it's easy for him to find. Because I got tired of him saying, babe, where is this? Babe, have you seen this? Things of that nature. And so cleaning up his side of the room, putting his stuff away, that helps him stay a little bit focused, because now things keep setting those positive goals. Oh, thank you, Tisha. I appreciate that. Thank you. I appreciate that. And so definitely helping him with that, with all the things that he has going on as well, it helps him stay focused. So that way he's not waking me up like he used to do, like 4 or 5 in the morning when he's on his way to work. Babe, have you seen this tie? Have you seen this belt? Have you seen? Now all his stuff is where it needs to be. I bought him a tie rack where all his ties can go. That way he can keep up with his stuff. And for real, it makes me feel good, because now when I go to the closet, it's not crazy. And so something like that, again, is just a small item that you can do to help your spouse out. Another thing you could do that I did during this 30 days is I wrote my husband a letter of appreciation. And to see him break down after reading that was priceless. So definitely, ladies, a letter of appreciation that they don't see coming is a great way to communicate your love to them and for them. And it's something that you could put your all into. I advocate letter writing. That's one of the things that I teach the ladies that I coach, especially if their relationship is not in the best places right now. I advocate letter writing, and that's one of the things I put in my Kiss and Play box. There's actually a a card and an envelope in there for you to do letter writing. And I feel like letter writing to me is way more intimate than expressing I love you. But actually sitting down and writing the things that you appreciate and why you appreciate them. And I'm telling you, when my husband read that, it just did him in. To see, I put things like, I appreciate the type of father you are. I appreciate how you do X, Y, and Z with kids. I appreciate how you get up first thing in the morning. Like Sunday, we had a photo shoot, so my husband got up early in the morning to fix crab cakes. He was just like, I'm fixing y'all breakfast. I want to make sure the kids have dinner before you and I get out of here. And my husband did that. And then he got up and took my son to go get a haircut before we went to this photo shoot in Baltimore. And so he did all of that before me and the kids got up. He had already cooked breakfast, already cleaned up the kitchen, all those things. So for me to write a letter of appreciation is a small thing compared to the sacrifices that he makes. So definitely, ladies, if you have not written a letter, I'm telling you, it will do wonders. It is way more intimate than saying it. Hey, Pam, thank you for joining Facebook Live. I really appreciate it. It's really way more intimate than just expressing it, giving him a letter. I don't care if it's 8 pages front and back. And sometimes when you're writing it, you'll get choked up yourself as you think about your love for him. So definitely, if you have never written a letter, start with a card. If a letter seems a little, hey, Felicia, if a letter seems a little daunting task for you, get a card. There's some beautiful cards that you can get, and I'm telling you now, you can go to Walmart and get them for sale. Sometimes Safeway has them, buy two, get one free of Hallmark, and then you get like a gift card or stuffed animal or whatever. But definitely start with a card or a letter. And what I tell my husband is, don't respond. I just want you to read it. I don't need a response from you. I just want you to read it. And then that allows time for him to digest what I wrote, and then we're able to come back and have a conversation if he wants to. I let him know there's no pressure. You don't need to respond. I remember when we were going through our really, really dark days in our marriage, he got a letter almost every week where I would say, look at here, Negro. This was going to be, and this is what you're not going to say, and this is not how you're going to act, and do not respond. And so there were times where I would get up. I would set an alarm on my phone, get up at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, and put it on his dashboard. So when he got up to go to work in the morning, there was my letter. So definitely, if you have not taken up letter writing or giving him cards, I would definitely suggest doing that. It's a beautiful thing, and that's something that I did. One of the things that I did also was I took out my little pedicure doohickey and filled it up with some hot water and some fizzy stuff, and I actually gave my husband a pedicure. That was weird. Okay? That was weird, but it was so cool to sit there, and he kind of sat back, eyes closed, just enjoying this interaction. It was very weird for me, but it was something that he really, really appreciated. I can't do as good as, the ladies at the store. However, my husband really appreciated that, and it took a lot of effort for me to do that. And when I tell you it was a different experience, especially when you know your spouse and you've been intimate with your spouse, you never think about their feet. So touching his feet was really weird for me, but it was a beautiful thing. We talked about it. We laughed about it. And can you believe he said he won't do mine? Isn't that crazy? But just don't know. If y'all know my husband, y'all know how he is. But definitely consider that. That is a very humbling experience. As women, we don't even think about that. And so that was really cool. I'm glad I came up with that idea to do that. So I know that may be kind of out there for some of y'all, but definitely consider giving him a pedicure. I have a little thing, and I got the little fuzzy things and all that, and I do my own feet. And I just thought with mom, I do his. The man works hard. Thank you, Tracy. I appreciate that. Thank you. So another thing that you can do also is give him a gift card. Gift cards are great, so in that way, when they are out and about, they don't have to worry about some cash. My husband loves Starbucks. He loves Wawa coffee. So a simple gift card is very easy. They're everywhere. I don't care if you go to Wawa, 7-Eleven, grocery store, wherever. They always sell gift cards. So even if you put $10, $15, $20 on a gift card, that's just another way to show appreciation. And so that's one of the things I really want to impress upon, especially us women starting this 2017, and this is February, the month of love. Valentine's Day is coming up next week, that we take a few minutes to consider showing appreciation. It's very, very easy to take advantage of our spouse, and even those of you who are on the call or on Facebook Live who are dating or engaged, I think a lot of times when we get into marriage or we get into relationships, we just start living life, and we let go of the appreciation. We let go of letting them know how much we value them. Hey, baby brother. My baby brother just jumped on here. And so sometimes we let go of showing them how much we value them. We did all that when we were dating, but then when we get married and the children start coming and the bills and all those other things, we forget that. We forget to show that appreciation. So I really, really am thankful that I was given this opportunity to do the 30-day challenge with my husband. And like I said, he was way more successful than I was. There were some days where I was just like, Lord Jesus, can I just tell him I love him and keep it moving? But Don, I'm telling you, he really was on it. I appreciate him for being very thoughtful about it. I wasn't serious about it. So I know for me personally, I'm going to try to do it again and be successful for a full 30 days. And that's one thing that I do with the Real Wife Movement and with Real Wife Conversations is that I'm totally honest. Oh, thank you, little brother. My brother says he loves me on Facebook Live. Thank you. And I believe in sharing my story with everyone to let them know, yeah, I'm the Real Wife Coach, and yeah, I do the Real Wife Movement, but I'm also human. I'm not 100%. I don't hit the mark every time, and none of us do, and that's okay. And I think a lot of times we try to compare ourselves to what we see relationships at church or at work or what we see on social media. But for real, none of us are perfect. None of us do it right 100% of the time, and it's okay. And so that's what I really want to press upon you on doing this 30-day service challenge, is really to dig deep, see where you're lacking in some things, acknowledge those things, and then work on those. Thanks, Shelly. Thank you for the love, because I know for me, this really showed me how selfish I am. I did not realize it, and one of the things my husband says is that I'm always giving to everyone else, but to him, it seems like a struggle to give to him. And so that's something I'm really going to be very diligent about working on in 2017, especially having done this challenge for the last 30 days and seeing how much he gives to me and how much I give him what I have left over. And that's my service. And so definitely I would impress upon you to go to my website, reallifemovement.com, and you'll see on the left-hand side where the blog posts are, you'll see the results of my 30-day challenge. And like I said, also my 16-year-old daughter, as she was watching all this transpire, she was not happy about me serving a man. And so, that was something I'm just like, wow, that isn't all what she's saying in school. Some of that came from me and some of the things that I said. And so I had to own up to that and then have conversations with her about why she feels that way. And I know a lot of it is because I've said those things, and I've said them in front of my children. I've been very guilty of doing that, and my husband kind of was like, she's getting that from you. And so definitely working on that within myself. So what I'm going to do now, because usually I talk for about 30 minutes, if there are any questions or comments, if you're on Facebook Live, just type them in the box, and I will answer them. I'll read them so that the people who are on the live call can know what those questions are. Or if you're on the live call, if you have a question, can I post a Facebook link? Yes, I can post my Facebook link. If you're on the live call, you can go ahead and unmute your phone, ask your question, or give your comment, and I'll also share that with the Facebook Live viewers. So I'm going to type in my website. It is realwifemovement.com, and you will see the Wifey blog up at the top. Is there anyone on the call who had a question or comment? You have to unmute your phone.
Yes, I have a question. This is Crystal. So for this 30-day challenge, so how often do you and your husband come together once you guys agree that you guys gonna do, this 30 days of service? So is it like every day or every week you say, okay, how do you feel about me doing this? Because I might come up with something that, I want to serve my husband. I may feel that he likes, but how do you reassure, kind of communicate and converse? It's like, okay, is it something that he, looks forward to or did he enjoy? So that way, if it's something in the future you want to keep going, that way he feels, grateful and appreciated, so that way you can kind of have a little bit more ideas for service.
Right. Okay. For Facebook Live viewers, the question was, do you come together to plan this, and how do you know if you want to continue this on so that he can still appreciate it? Don and I did it because I was asked to do it for a blog post. I write for Black and Married with Kids, and so this was one of my posts for their blog. And so it was asked that the both of us do it. I know that there are some people where they only did it, like the comedian Mike Coleman. He only did it. His wife didn't do it. And so I would say for us, I just did it at random times throughout, but my husband was very consistent. And so the goal is to do these things without wanting acknowledgement back. And that's where I kind of struggled, because I wanted him to see that I was doing stuff for him, whereas he didn't need that. So I hope that answer your question.
Yes, it did. I had to unmute my phone. Sorry.
That's okay.
Yeah. So basically, you're saying just do, whatever's on my heart or whatever I come up with, just do it, but don't look for reassurance on my part. But just do kind of acts of service. Okay, got it.
Right. So Crystal asked, does she just do these things and not look for acknowledgement? And the answer is yes, because it's about serving him. It's not about, okay, I'm gonna do this and I want you to respond. And that's one of the things I talk about in my book as well. Being a wife just got real, things I wish I knew before I said I do, about doing things without looking for a response. Praying for him and not looking, okay, tomorrow, looking over him while he's sleeping, like, okay, God, I want to see you just manifested tomorrow. So it's really about just doing and giving unto your spouse. Anybody else have any questions or comments that's on the call or either on Facebook Live? If you're on Facebook Live, type your questions in the comment box. Don't forget to unmute your phone because you may be talking and your phone is muted. Okay, Tamika on Facebook Live said, even though I am not married or dating, the information and testimony she has given is truly helpful to me in preparation for my God-sent husband. I love the idea of servitude and will continue to serve God until he comes. Absolutely, and serving is all about your heart, and that's what I learned about myself in this thing. Like my husband said, it's easy for me to serve other people without even thinking. But for him, I had to really put a lot of thought into it, which was kind of unnerving for me because you would think I would naturally serve my husband, but it was unnatural for me because I wasn't raised to serve another man. I mean, like my mother didn't serve my dad. In our household, my dad, even to this day, my parents have been married 47 years as of last month, my dad has always cooked in our house. And all of our friends know when they came to our house, Mr. Walker was cooking something and you were going to get a plate or something. So I never saw my mother serve my dad either. So for me, this challenge really was a challenge to serve my husband. So that's great, Tamika. I'm glad that helps you. I know we have a newlywed on the call. Did you have any questions or comments? Anyone? No? Everybody's good? Okay. Okay, so one of the things I wanted to share really quick is that I am offering through from today through through Saturday, uh, February 11th. I am offering 50% off of everything on my website. The coupon code is OYEAH in all caps of everything on my website, from the shirt to the book to the Kiss and Play box. So I'm really excited to be able to share that with everybody. I'm going to type it in the comment box on Facebook Live, and that's on my website, realwifemovement.com. If you go on there, you will see, I think it says Real Wife Shop, and if you put the coupon in, it is 50% off of everything because I truly believe in relationships. I believe in healthy, whole relationships, and so if you choose to, there's no limited quantity, so if you purchase today and you want to go back and purchase tomorrow, you still will get 50% off, and that's for everything on the website. I'm really excited to be able to share this with you all. I'm thankful that I went through everything I went through in the 15 years of my marriage before the light bulb came on for me. Thank you, Bobby. I appreciate that. Bobby Rocks, fabulous DJ Bobby Rocks, a really good friend of mine, is on Facebook Live. But yeah, definitely I feel that my story of 15 years of being a ghetto hot mess wife and really having to go all the way down to become a godly wife really has helped me to be able to help other marriages as well as those who are engaged. Kelly just got married. I'm really excited. She got married 2 weeks ago, and she said that my book helped her prepare for her wedding, and so I'm really excited that my story and the things that my husband and I went through and endured and put each other through, now it's helping other people. So I'm really, really excited to be able to share. The coupon code with you is OHYEA in all caps. That's 50% off of everything. All the books that you order will be signed by me, and I'm really excited about 2017. We have some great things coming up. If Kristen wants to unmute her phone, if you can go ahead and share your event, I would love for you to do that.
Thank you, Tanya. First of all, I'm over here cracking up because I love how real you are about your story. And it's so funny to me because you're welcome, but it's just so funny because I'm listening to it and it's knowing, because I only know the right now Tanya and Don. I don't know the old Tanya. So it's like, that kind of stuff, just the stuff that you're saying that you would not do and how all these things were uncomfortable for you and foreign to you. I'm like, that doesn't show at all. So kudos to you because it's a genuine transformation. Because the old you there's no residue of that whatsoever. So kudos for your transformation.
Thank you. That was all the Lord. Let me tell you. I need help.
Oh gosh, I love it. So kudos for all that you do and just continuing for with everything that you are called to do and just knowing that you're doing it with the right heart. But to everyone, I'm so excited that Tanya has agreed. I know she has a lot of things going on and very, very busy. But she has agreed to join me in the Word to the Wives experience that's happening on Saturday, March 18th in Baltimore, Maryland. And it's just a phenomenal day. This is our third annual event where we are bringing wives together. The theme for this year is say I do to you. Well, we're really just focusing on building up the wife and really making sure we are whole and clear on what we're called to do, why we desire to be wives, what we're lacking, where we need encouragement. Sometimes you really do just need that encouragement from another wife, from another sister to really get clear and get focused on why we're doing what we're doing, because this really is a marathon. It's not a sprint. And too often we enter into marriage and we have this idea of what it's going to be like, and we expect things to be, turned around in an instant, and that's not always the case. This is a true marathon, a true journey with true valley seasons. But sometimes we just need that extra encouragement, and we just need that clarity and that confidence in ourselves to know that we have what it takes to get through, and we have what it takes to be the wife. We are the wife that our husband desires. So that is what we are going to focus on for this day. So we have vendors coming. We have lunch available to you. That definitely included. We have it's just a power pack fun day for wives only. So definitely you can check us out at www.livingthevows.com.
Oh, okay. I'm going to type that into the Facebook chat, www.livingthevows.com for Kristen's event. And what's the title of the event again?
It's the Word.
And yes.
Well, Word to the Wives Experience, the third annual Word to the Wives Experience.
Okay. All right. Awesome, awesome. Thank you so much for sharing that, Kristen, with my followers. I really appreciate you. And like I said before, with the Real Wife Movement and who I am, I believe in sharing information. The earrings I have on are made by CC Inspires, and they say faith over fear. This is a Black-owned business, and so that is one of the Black companies that I have on. My lipstick is Just Lovely Lipstick. This is bronze that I have on. My bracelet is Purple Passion. This is a Black company, and this thing is heavy. And so I'm always wearing something made by African American men or women. And my fingernail polish is EA Polish. It is a Black-owned fingernail polish company. So definitely, I appreciate anyone that makes products with love, and also people like Kristen, who is a supporter of healthy marriages and relationships. So without further ado, again, I am Tanya Barnett, your Real Wife Coach. Thank you so much for joining me. My website is realwifemovement.com. You can also reach me on Real Wife Coach on all social media platforms. If you decide to do the 30-day couples challenge, it is up on my website. The things that I shared tonight, I also put the website in the Facebook chat. And also, make sure you tag me on social media for accountability. So if you decide to start tomorrow, if you decide to start March 1st, hit me up, inbox me on Facebook, send me an email, Tanya@realwifemovement.com, and say, hey, sis, I'm starting today. Hold me accountable. I think the next time I do it, I'm going to ask people to hold me accountable because, again, I kind of slacked off a little bit. So definitely, once you get started, let me know, and then the tribe will hold you accountable as well. I also have a Facebook group called Being a Wife Just Got Real. In there, we have real conversations from intimacy. We have a young lady right now who's dealing with some issues in her marriage where it comes to intimacy. We also have conversations for new wives going on in there. And so it's just really a place to support each other. Real practical communication skills, things of that nature. It's for everybody. So if you're single and you're engaged or you're dating and you really want to hear from women, we have women that's been married 30-something years, all the way down to Kelly, who was married 2 weeks ago. So this is not, an elite group or anything like that. It's just where you can come in and say, hey, you know what, this man is working my nerves today. I need some help, or, whatever it is you need, please join us over at Being a Wife Just Got Real. That is the Facebook group. So thank you so much for joining me. We will be back on here Monday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for Real Life Conversations, and I will see you all on Facebook Live. So thank you so much. This is recorded, so I will be having this posted very shortly. It'll be uploaded to SoundCloud, and I am also, thank you. Somebody said this was really, thank you, Cheryl. I appreciate you joining me. And also make sure to follow me again on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Periscope. So thank you all. Have a great night, and I will chat with you all later. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.